It's your girl Jay, back at it again with the general tarot reading for this new moon, dark moon in Capricorn. Interestingly enough, Capricorn, when you like talking to old school astrologers, Capricorn is often referred to as the dark father, that sign. It being cardinal earth, the father giving life, but the life that it gives is winter. So the dark father. And this being, back in the day, a new moon used to be referred to as a dark moon. And so there's something there for all of us there. Being able to withstand the shadow, withstand the darkness. Have we prepared ourselves? Are you brave enough? Are you afraid of the dark? Are you afraid of your dark? Are you able to identify your shadow tendencies? Are you able to identify your sides? It's funny, I've been watching a lot and researching a lot about the shadow and the shadow side of ourselves. And it's funny how some people talk about and identify their shadow without even like knowing that it's their shadow. Like a lot of people will have like an alter ego, but like that they refer to in jest, where it's just like, oh, that, oh goodness, Tiffany came out and all of a sudden, you know what I mean? Like little thing like that. Tiffany or Karen came out and all of a sudden I was talking to the manager. That kind of little things like that. I think people are able to identify parts of their shadow. And so I do feel like there is something about honoring, loving, identifying, and delighting in your shadow. It is something that if you don't feed it, it's gonna eat somehow. So it's not about starving it. It's about acknowledgement and doing the work to alter your diet. Oh, that just came through. That wasn't me. Your shadow's diet needs to be altered. It's not that it needs to be starved. There's just a healthier way to feed your shadow. And that's going to be different for all of you. Whoever is watching that, that was for someone. So I don't know what's going on. Anyway, be sure to check out your sun, moon, and rising. Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/justjeverything. All the Capricorn season videos, all the crotch watcher videos, all of the things are over at Patreon right now. Soon, whenever I decide, when I feel benevolent like Jupiter, I will drop them on YouTube and we'll make it do what it do. But anyway, for daily tarot readings, check out my Instagram or TikTok. All the descriptions are in the description box. All the links are in the description box below. Goodness, we're getting ready to have a Mercury retrograde. The stuttering occurs. Anyway, another dope shit that I do, my website, justjeverything.com. Okay, so what came through for this new moon in Capricorn, how I refer to the parents, the new moon, dark moon, the moon being the mother, this being the dark father, the sign of Capricorn. There is something about, but it's interesting because the Cancer, okay, another piece just came through. The moon, who rules Cancer, Cancer is referred to as the good mother because that is the initiator of, excuse me, the initiator of summer. And so things are in summer. What's it like in summer? Things are plentiful. Things are in bloom. Everything is, it's hot. It's warm. There's this abundance of everything. The fruit have fallen from the trees or are starting to from spring. And so there's this plentiful, that's why it's referred to as the good mother. And so the ruler of the good mother being in the house of the dark father. And that's going to manifest differently for all of you. So let that just resonate or seep in how it needs to. And so I do feel like also there is so much power to be found in our dark feminine energy. It is something not to be like evaded or shamed. Like, I feel like we need to definitely, whoever is like fucking with me, we all need to start really like researching like Lilith versus Eve. Not versus, ooh, that was some program in there that just like came out. But Lilith, the story of Lilith, and also digging deeper into the story of Eve. And how Lilith abandoned, let me put this delicately, Lilith abandoned Adam and law, or the law that was to be established, and went into the wilderness by her damn self. The first, archetype outside of Ashira. Anyways, there's just a lot of information coming out, but I say that to say this. There's something about parental units coming up here. And I do feel like healing from the shadowy aspects that we have absorbed from our parental units, and the shadowy aspects that those of you who are parents have provided or provided for your kids. And so there is some sort of, and that is no shade, no tea. That's just fact. Allow yourself to like take whatever else that you can take, so that we're here to better ourselves. Don't be sensitive. Because I felt I know that stung for someone. I'm sorry. But like, we're here to get better, not be bitter. My Mercury is debilitated in Pisces, but it's Pisces, baby. So it's just like the zings just come out. But yes, it is debilitated. And so I like stammer sometimes. But okay. It's interesting because I wanted to... Y'all stick with me. I know I'm all over the place, but it's because I'm in this energy and because I am downloading it as it needs to be a playful energy. There is something about acknowledging, like playing the way that our parents wouldn't let us play, or playing the way that we ourselves haven't let ourselves play. And so that's what I want this reading to also very much so be about. Because even for me, like that, there's a healing in here for me as well, because I grew up always being told that what I do now full time as my profession was of the devil and was dark and blah, blah, all that stuff. And so there's just some sort of like healing in the freedom that we're able to give ourselves from the shadowy aspects of, or the shadowy aspects or the shadowy paths our parents paved for us. And there are, like, you can break the cycle. You can, like, absolutely opt the fuck out of recreating the cycle and creating, passing that down. And so I do feel like, so what I plan to do with this reading is I just want to play. I want to play with different decks. I got some new decks. I just want to dabble a little bit here, dabble a little bit there, honey. And what I want the real big takeaway from this to be is that you find a way to visualize play with all the new things that you want, the way that a kid on Christmas would. Let's say you have all the things that you want. Start really like playing and enjoying them. Really allowing yourself to like dive deeper in your appreciation and what you want to do with them. Maybe how you can give back, how you can provide that experience for someone else. Or there's something about those of you, it's like visualize yourself playing with the toys that you want that you don't have. And let yourself be free of it. You don't have to put any, it doesn't have to be realistic. If you want to play in your mind about driving the Lamborghini or whatever down the street, like mobbing the fucking Lambo down the Autobahn, let that be something that you play with in your mind. There's just like this need to, I feel like, give yourself the polar experience of what your parents gave. And so I don't want, and within the bounds of being fucking safe, please don't try to, Just Jay told me to go drive my car off and get drink. No, I did not. So use your own fucking discretion, please. But I do feel like there is something about play. So if you are in Mountain Standard Time, this new moon in Capricorn happens around noonish. And it happens at 12 degrees Capricorn. And you know I want to holler at the Handy Dandy Inside Degrees by Elias Lonsdale. Nice! I flipped right to Capricorn. And I do not have... Y'all know how it works. It's just so magical around here. It's weird. I had a moment to myself today where I was just like, damn, I got to really, really be careful about what I say, because I'm really starting to like notice so many little synchronicities in the things that I say, then coming in my like field of reality. So I do feel like a lot of you are going to start just like, ooh, like noticing like I'm a little bit more powerful than I realized. Maybe I need to educate myself or like calm the fuck down. Anyway. So, Elias Lonsdale's interpretation of the 12th degree of Capricorn is a beautiful, erotic, fat woman eating chocolates. I don't like that word fat, Elias, but this is literature, so we'll go with it. A beautiful, erotic, fat woman eating chocolate. So the decadence, darling. The indulgence. The audacity. The audacity. Yes. Anyway. Obsession with images of what is desired and undesirable. Oop. Polarization of the inward awareness between plus and minus. The extreme reliance upon external proof, external props, and external projection. Everything blown up to be so dramatic, so total, and so pressurized that what comes forth is the inversion of what is sought. Whoo! This motherfucker here. I gotta read that again. Everything blown up to be so dramatic, so total, and so pressurized that what comes forth is the inversion of what is sought. Placing yourself in predicaments and dilemmas which are impossible and gross, yet being stalwartly resistant to getting the message that when you persist in polarizing your world between the absolute ideal and the abysmal norm, you tear apart your world and your being. Fuck. If you want to read that yourself, you can just Google or whatever search engine you choose. Inside Degrees by Elias Lonsdale, and he has a website, and you can go in there and just choose the 12th degree of Capricorn. Whoa. Yet being stalwartly resistant to getting the message that when you persist in polarizing your worlds, polarizing meaning like only seeing black and white, refusing to acknowledge the in-between. When you persist in polarizing your world between the absolute ideal and the abysmal norm, you tear apart your world and your being. That's a whole world. A whole world, yes. A whole word, too. Goodness. All right, let's start. I I thought I could let him go, y'all. I thought I could let him go, but this is still the tried and true. I haven't been able to open the new deck yet. I can't let you go. I wish I could quit you. I can't. Anyway. All right, so. Okay, what do we want to dive in? Let's just relax, hydrate, light it if you got it. Take your time. Got a beautiful right. Get comfy. Because we're asking for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for this new moon in Capricorn. With it being the dark moon, what don't we see coming? With this new moon in Capricorn, what don't we see coming? Our victory. Once we stop polarizing, what I say, when things are stop seeing so much black and white, look at all that victory that is in between the black and white. I can't make this shit up. What you don't see coming is your victory. What you don't see coming is being able to integrate all the lessons from that shadow. Tapping into its power, understanding that it is an untapped power resource within you. And it is to be balanced and put on a pedestal the same way that you do your light. All this miss me with the love and light bullshit. If you feel like I'm a light worker and no, bye, nope. No. That is unbalanced, ma'am. That is unbalanced as fuck, sir. That's not what that is. The light cannot exist without the dark. And this idea that love is of the light energy. Boop, boop. Do your research. Love is not just a light energy. Read the Bible. That'll show you. Tell your parents that when they say. Anyway, what we don't see coming is victory, abundance. Like, finally, like a balancing act is established. Some of you improvements on a car, some of you get a car. There may be someone with cancer placements coming in, moving forward in regards to something with your mom. I can't make this. This is the mother and the father, the moon and the sun. I can't make this up. I do feel like, okay, well, for some of you, this is healing by way of healing in regards to something that has to do with your mother or your father, healing that has to do with something with a child or your childhood. It's like you overcome something. There is victory over the obstacles that have held you back with your mother, your father, your son, things coming to light, whatever has been revealed recently, whatever has been an obstacle. When the Chariot comes out, there's been a fucking struggle. You've been like fighting with the divine, fighting for your life, fighting for being better in some sort of way. There's been some sort of obstacle and you get victory over it. And that victory looks a lot like childlike joy and wonder, fun. And I feel like the victory, the key to this victory, though, is you doing the inner child work, healing something that happened to you when you were a child, preventing your child from experiencing trauma, preventing other children, helping or investing money or creating an initiative or doing something to help other children from from experiencing trauma. There may be some sort of non-profit or some sort of investor or someone with Cancer, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius placements that you don't see coming. I do feel like there is a way out of survival mode. I'm just going to flow. A way out of survival mode, an ability to move forward. It's like you tend to the look at this. Look at the order here. You tend to the shadow. You really go through, experience all this darkness so that you can get on page with the light. And then you start to be able to really be propelled forward here because they are balanced. And then that fear that you have of being exposed and being seen and everybody seeing your ickiness and all that stuff, it goes away because it's like you get protected. But you've got to acknowledge and arm yourself with the shadow. I say that all the time. Like, I delight in my shadow. For me, I'm an Aries sun, Cancer moon. Like, I delight in the fact that I have very violent thoughts, that I'm quick with it. Like, I'm protective. I will get physical. I have no like concept that I'm like 5'3", and like, don't ever say anything. Don't ever tell anybody that. I tell everybody I'm 5'5". Ooh, look at the truth coming out. That's something that's coming with the node shifts. Everybody is about to like really, what's done in the dark is coming to light. It just cannot be, there's so much shit that just won't have the ability to be hidden anymore. And so like on my driver's license, it says that I'm 5'5". And so I try, like, I don't know. And I always have boots on. So it is not a lie necessarily. But anyway, like I'm probably about like 5'3", 5'4". And, but my spirit is like 6'5" and has like a 7-inch like wide dick, not long. It's bad. And so I have like, there's times where just I have like, no fear. And so that's a part of my shadow. So there is something about like you honoring and acknowledging what your shadow is. So you can tend to acknowledge it, get it on par, get it balanced, propel forward. And then it's like it gets expanded. The sun comes in and there's success, there's warmth, there's fun. There may be someone specifically with Leo placements coming in. Someone that... maybe someone that's older coming in that is very fiery or very charismatic, or I feel like you yourself, let's say it's not anybody else. I just feel like there's victory, there's deep realization, success, and warmth coming in, like a light coming in this wintry time. This cold, barren time. It's like there could be, some of you, maybe there's another child, or there is a husband and a child moving towards, that kind of like lifestyle or something of that nature. Maybe some of you are leaving that lifestyle. I do feel like what's coming in that what you don't see coming is either someone that really is like wants to be a partner, really that wants to be like step up in your life in some sort of way. You being your own boss, there may be like a really successful business partnership, or like a boss or someone that you really respect or trust. Being a coach in some sort of way, maybe for some of you, teaching in some sort of way. Being an entrepreneur, really like having, like you being more masterful with your passion, you being more masterful with your physical, spiritual, sexual energy. Someone that is very masterful with those energies coming into your life. Final card. What don't we see coming? One more. I just want one more. This feels yummy. 6 of Pentacles. And someone that I feel like helps you turn away from the imbalanced power dynamics in your life, because the tables are turning, the scales are recalibrating, and no longer are you to really be on your knees anymore begging for breadcrumbs of what you can create for your goddamn self. I'm trying not to say GD anymore. So, what you can create for your fucking self, do it for yourself. All right, please clarify the Chariot. Is there any advice needed in this overcoming, in this? Because some of you, I feel like you're in the process of overcoming. You haven't reached the sun yet. Is there any advice for those who are still fighting? Star, you're being directly guided to it. Let this be a sign of hope. Let this be a sign of wonder. Pay attention to the stars. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to what is going on subconsciously. Some of you just don't let just all this internal like chatter go on untended to in your mind. I do feel like some of you, it's important for you to, there may be somebody with Aquarius placements or someone with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio placements coming in that is, it's like help is on the way, or there's some sort of like lesson coming in allowing yourself to pour into yourself first, consistently and holistically, before you start pouring into other people. Please clarify the sun. Some of you, this is a wish come true. It's like you're moving exactly towards your wish and you don't even see it. You don't even realize it. For the sun, it's temperance. Yeah, this denotes some healing for sure. I do feel like some of you, there is a healing or moderation or something in regards to someone with Pisces, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius placements. There is this interesting, there's like this alchemy here that is being indicated. This mixing and melding. Look at the pouring of cups here, the pouring of cups here. And that's what I'm saying here. That's why I said, it's like, I feel like there's something, this temperance confirms it. It's important for you to figure out your flow first. It's important for you to pour into yourself before you can just take what little water you got and start pouring it back into the collective pond. You know what I mean? Or that may be family, that may be the work that you're doing, however, that may be friends, whatever it is. You've got to manage your flow first. You've got to figure out a way to surrender and let the divine pour into you first before you can start to just pour into other people. And some of you don't realize that that release, that surrender may mean taking a break. Taking a break in some sort of way. Yeah, before things get bad, before your intention shifts, or before you, before this money or contracts come in, just like some of you may need to take a break or figure out how to pour into yourself in a healthier way before this personal power really rises up in you, or before someone really like ropes you into something, and because you haven't been pouring into yourself, because you're at this starved or hungry or weakened state. You know what I mean? All right. So what I say, we're just playing. We're just doing a little play. Let's see what else. Is there any from the ethereal visions? There are any messages in regards to love? This is a very romantic deck. I wish there were more brown people in it, but you know, it's still very romantic. So what are the messages? What is this new moon in Capricorn bringing in love? 3 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. Wow, some of you are figuring out what you do and what you do not want long term. It's like becoming very clear. 3 of Pentacles. Some of you, I feel like What's going on in love? Some of you are like, it's just like, fuck it, I need to go back to therapy. Like, I need to get into therapy or something like that. That would be very, very wise. I feel like it is a solid investment. What's going on love-wise is like, it is safe to invest in healing. It's safe to invest in therapy. Excuse me. It's safe to invest in reaching for the healing tools that you do not have. We are not all born with the tools to heal ourselves. We have to, that's why we have to experience each other. We have to bump into each other, break each other, bend each other, stitch each other up. And there are people who have dedicated their whole lives to helping you learn how to stitch yourself up. And so whether it's a therapist, tarot is not the same as therapy. I know I'm cheaper, but you know, it's just not the same. And so if there is some sort of thing that you can't really like reach for and you need more, you know, one-on-one, anyway, invest in that. I feel like what this is bringing in love are people. Like, you may find someone to invest time in by way of friends, by way of like hanging out with someone. It's like a friend of a friend, or you were out with friends and bumped into a friend or something like that. Page of Wands, yeah, it's like a new relationship wants to come in, because I feel like some of you are finally getting out there. You're done being, I feel like you're done waiting. And so it's like, don't wait for anybody to do the things that you want to do. If you want to go fucking skydiving, go skydiving. If you want to take the hike, take the hike. If you do it, you forge a new relationship with yourself, and then you end up bumping into a new friend, bumping into a new relationship, bumping into a new connection. And I do feel like there are good messages coming in, hot messages. Maybe somebody with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius placements. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn placements, possibly. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles. I do feel like there's a certain, in love, there's like a healthy version of independence that's coming in. And it feels really good. I like that. Anything else? What else is coming in love? Final card coming in love. The Five of Swords. And because that independence is coming in, it's putting you in a position to really wrap up any pain caused by people that walked away. Wrap up any pain that you have experienced by being so isolated, by being so alone. Really healing, hydrate. See, it's like talking about it. It's like, oh God. Really healing your relationship to solitude versus isolation. Which feels healthy. Really establishing what people that you've been around, do they feel like healthy for you? Hierophant on the bottom of the deck. Yes, and you establishing this healthy sense of home within you. You establishing a healthier group of friends, more like-minded group of friends, more stable. You being around more stable group of people. You being around people that are like, you value the same things. You're on the same ethic. You know, you both like ethically fucking vibe and morally fucking vibe. It puts you in a position where you can start to really commit. You can start 33 on the clock when I said that. You can really start to co-create long-term commitments in your life. There may be somebody with Taurus or Libra placements coming in, maybe a marriage, maybe going to school, maybe finally feeling led by your own moral compass, finally feeling like you have your rituals, you know, your routine, your, you know. Also, some of you are the high priestess and you've been waiting for your fucking Hierophant. Baby, justice underneath that. Justice underneath that, the Two of Cups underneath that. You've been the high priestess. You've been chilling, downloading, cultivating, receiving, leaning into your divine feminine energy, trusting and believing that the universe is going to bring you your Hierophant in whatever form it comes in. Baby, justice all of a sudden shows up. Justice shows up and says, I see the ways that you've been wronged, and I see the work that you've put in to make things right within yourself. And because you now fill up your own cup, because now you self-soothe and you take care of yourself and you're self-sufficient and you're fair and honest and moral, I'm going to bring somebody else in for you to fuck with the long way. That's on your level. Okay, I reloaded. Oh, I have fucked up. I left my other deck, the Millennial Loteria. I left it in the thing. All right, hold on. BRB. I reloaded. So, this is like Mexican bingo, but it came with a deck that is just the cutest freaking thing ever, the Millennial Loteria. And it's just got all these great like millennial concepts in there, and I just love the way that it makes my mind and my spirit like entwine. And like, anyway, what are the messages from the Loteria? And they're cute and little. Take a deep breath. Juice cleanse. This is a great time to reset your body. Great time to detox. Great time to allow yourself to allow yourself to a treat. Allow yourself to to the treat of self-care. Allow yourself to also, I feel like, stop bottling up your emotions. This is something that could really be a thing in Capricorn and Aquarius season, especially with Mercury shifting into Aquarius tomorrow. There is this possibly bottling up that doesn't need to happen. Allow yourself to be, I keep wanting to say fruitful with your emotions. Like maybe allowing yourself to be optimistic will really allow you to like usher in fruitful emotions that you like don't regret, emotional experiences that you don't regret. L troll and L gentrification. That's what I mean. L juice cleanse. Like there is some sort of cleanse that's needed from the trolls in your life, the frogs that you've kissed, and how angry that all of us are that we really should be starting a revolution, and these rich white men are just like fucking destroying the planet. And we need to create L safe space. I feel like the weather is actually, everybody has been seeing a shift in the weather. Like, I feel like everybody that I know in Florida was like, oh my God, it's been so hot. It's been like 80 degrees every day. And it's we're in January and it's still 80 degrees, blah, blah, blah. Here in Utah, there's been this crazy, it's been snowing like crazy. I was just about to say global warming. That's a confirmation, and I know that it's climate change. But I do feel like there is something about, there may be some sort of ruling or some sort of like scary bit of information that comes out about climate change. Some truths that get uncovered, maybe some sort of lawsuit or things happening behind the scenes legally. I feel like pay attention to what's going on a state level. L internship, and it was a military dude, but it was reversed. So yeah, there's like something about 35, 3 plus 5 is 8. So I do feel like there is some sort of looping in the information that's being fed to us about the military, about the government. There could be things just changing, and I feel like there's going to be just information that starts to come out. I feel like by February, about, and I feel like the L hashtag reversed. It's like the internet could blow up in a different way. The internet, like some news that may really, some global news that may really shut down the internet, or that may put people on defense in some sort of way. I also feel like there's just, I don't know, that just gave me a kind of weird gut feeling. Like, be careful about whatever's going on with the military around you. Some of you, this may be international. Be careful traveling internationally right now. El sushi, something may be fishy. This is number 80. This is number 28. 10. So there is this, something fishy comes out so that a new beginning can be created. Another, and then brunch on the bottom of the deck, another 37, another 10. So it's definitely like new beginnings being created. But La Border Wall says, we will overcome, we will persevere, we will climb that ladder, get to that mountaintop. Away from these boomers to a place where these motherfuckers, it's like a place for these people who have just fucked the world. It's just like, y'all can't ever come with us. You can't ever. Whoever that's for. All right, let's dive into the archetype, the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck. This is a beautiful one. Any messages from the Wild Unknown Archetype deck? Ooh, and I'm not reading the book. I'm not doing all that. I need to eat. So I'm about to wrap this up. Take care of your body. Listen to your body. Speaking of the temple. I feel like this new moon in Capricorn, this new moon, dark moon in Capricorn, is a great time to plant seeds and to understand that your body is the garden. You are the fucking garden, babe. You are the spell. You are the crystal. And when you honor and praise yourself, when you come together within yourself, so much radiates externally. And so whenever you treat your body like the temple that it is, an ocean will flow forth. So much duality, another sight will, I feel like, be opened up to some of you. Some of you really being privileged, being privied to seeing the other side, maybe seeing another dimension, feeling like timeline merging, jumping, things of that nature. Really understanding the micro versus the macro. These 3 X's and a 5. It's 35. There's this. Maybe in your 35th year, maybe some of you are 35. Maybe if you have a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio placements, I just saw 8-8. So this looping, there's definitely this mirroring. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, Capricorn placements. There's this balancing of the light and the dark again. These projections of yourself that I do feel like you're having to like soldier on through. Breaking out of that polarity, breaking out of that black and white binary, breaking away from the limits of black and white. Like there's so much in between. Number 10. All these 10s, there's like big endings of cycles, and we're not even in the real new year. This is just the Gregorian new year. But because we're having this collective pressure of like, this is the new year, I got to start. This is the initiation of the shift that's going to really start to manifest, start to bloom in Aries season, in spring, the real new year. And so much of your heart will be coming to life because you have created this safety, this nest. Don't be afraid if your partner is a little bit younger than you, or if someone comes into your life and they're a little bit younger than you. I feel like you'll be able to tell the sincerity. The sincerity, like, if they gave you sincerity, they gave you sincerity. Like, you'll be able to tell and feel it. Don't discredit people just because they're younger. I do feel like there is this safe space that's coming in to be that's coming in and being created that is gonna give you what you need in order to like open up, in order to be romantic, in order to let someone be romantic with you, in order to let yourself receive, in order to be more than the person on the side, more than the, the lower hierarchical partner, whatever it is, for you. It's just like you may fuck around and find the audacity to want more, and not only to want more, but really to like receive more. And so it does feel like there are these just so many different cycles for all of us that are going to be shifting in so many ways. But either way, it looks like that the healthiest way and the best way to really survive it all is by first honoring your physical body, because it is the vessel, the vehicle that is really like taking you from point A to point B. And you won't be able to enjoy, what point C has if your vehicle is, if your vehicle is not where it needs to be. Some of you need to take better care of your car. Some of you need to go ahead, like the money may come in for you to really invest in it. The opportunity may really come in for you to invest in getting a new car or something of that nature. I want to play with the Dark Tarot. These are so sexy, and I just fucking love these. A Capricorn gave these to me. You know who you are. So one of the sexy messages coming in. Hey, sexy messages. The stars, yes. Capricorn season and this new moon in Capricorn is going to be bringing in wishes, bringing in things that we want. There may be somebody with Taurus, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Leo, and Cancer placements that are really impacting like your hopes, desires, your dreams, your ability to want more, your ability to like hope for more. Funny, the stars come out in multiple decks. And with these owls here in the background, I do feel like there are these like protectors that you have. Some of you have just been like trying to do protection spells, or you've been so worried about being protected, and like you're protected, bro. Let me know. Let me like tell you. And you would know that you were protected if you would stop creating so much stimulation around you, so many distractions around you. If it was quiet around you more often, you would really be able to feel this protection. I do feel like there's just insight coming into you in different avenues in 2022. Messages in the birds, messages in the wind, messages in sleep, Messages through children, like you just all of a sudden being like, whoa, that's actually very insightful, like little things like that. And some of you, I feel like you've been like wanting a partner that you have a very deep sexual attraction to. And I do feel like that gets to come in once you break away from something old, maybe breaking away from someone that was dominating or controlling in some way, someone that scared you, someone with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn placements, old habits. This maybe people that are like from the past, like you dated, 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, maybe even longer than that. They're, I do feel like there is this breaking away from that big scary thing in the room, or the big scary, like the elephant in the room, whatever it is that you haven't wanted to talk about, whatever desire that you've had that you want to explore. I do feel like if you face your fears and you like ride out on hope, there's absolutely fulfillment that can come to you. And someone, it's like if they want, someone else will. I don't know. They're King of Cups. This is maybe somebody with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio placements. But I do feel like you can have what you want. It's just a matter of really standing up to the fear within you and asking for it. Ace of Swords reversed. 7 of Swords. Yeah, some of you are scared to ask for what you want in your sexual relationships because you're afraid that it's going to be like a deal breaker, or it's going to trigger the other person or something of that nature. And I feel like Death reversed on the bottom of the deck. It's like the ending will come if you keep trying to perpetuate a lie or a farce or being something that you don't want to be. Ooh, you see how the card jumped out of my hand? It's like it doesn't have to end. It doesn't have to end. You have to allow yourself to be too badass to lie. All right, anything else that wants to be played with outside of me? No, I feel like that's it. Actually, let's see what's going on as I'm taking these out. See what the brain texture has to say. Any messages from the brain texture tarot in regards to this new moon in Capricorn? Ooh. First card out. It's time to come into divine union within yourself before you can experience that in a healthy way with other people. Yeah, there's something about really appreciating the blooms and the fruits on your tree before like getting to really have that with another person. And some of you, that's not for everybody. But I do feel like there is, even if you are in a committed relationship, there is something very beneficial about maintaining your sovereignty, maintaining your independence, still having your own, aspirations, your own mountains to climb, not expecting anybody else to come in, like climb your mountains for you or save you. It's like this ombre even here too. This is, I do feel like some of you have people in your life who are very much so able to make it easy or interested in making it easy for you. It's just a matter of you co-creating, you understanding that it's not just the divine's job. It's not just your partner's job or your child's job. Like every moment is a co-creation. Every breath is a co-creation. So get to climbing, baby. Capricorn season. We get into the top. You can have that. You can have that. And it can be sweet. So, so sweet. And you can start to really, really learn to appreciate the sour. It's funny, I don't know why this just made me think of Sour Patch Kids. you may feel like a Sour Patch Kid in regards to like God and life, and just like, how? Like, oh, you're so good, and then how is this just so fucked up at the same fucking time? Good, that's balance. Welcome to life. You're alive. I love you.